Hi and welcome to this DCP web tutorial. In today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to download and install Handbrake, which is a free video transcoder. I'll also show you how to convert AVI files into MP4 files. So let's go ahead and open up the web browser and we'll go to this website. It's called handbrake.fr and we'll click on this red button here to start downloading the software. Let's open up this folder on my desktop and then we'll just drag and drop this executable into here. Norton's has already scanned it. This is a very old piece of software. It's been well maintained, so there's no problems with downloading and installing this, but we'll just right click on it and let Norton's do a quick scan of it and we'll see that it's good to go. So let's click finish and double click and we'll follow the on-screen instructions to get this software installed. So let's just follow these basic instructions here. We'll click next here, and we'll install it on our program files. So let's just click next and then we should be pretty much done. I'm just going to drag this into the recycle bin. Let's click here, and I'm going to load up Handbrake. So this is what the software looks like. I'm just going to drag it to the side here and open up this folder, and inside this folder I've got this sample video. So this is something I made in Blender. If you're interested in making 3D animation and stuff like this, you can check out my YouTube channel. I do lots of sort of Blender work and loads of 3D animation, graphics, all sorts of stuff on my channel. But one thing you notice that when I exported this from Blender, I exported it as an AVI file, and it's only it's not a very long video, right? It's only like, let's see if we can get the details. It's only 12 seconds long, 12 seconds at 1080p, but it is 123 megabytes. Right, so let's drag and drop that into here. Drop video file or folder here. So let's drag and drop this video. You can drop many into here as well, and then this little control panel will open up here. So let's just expand this. So it's got the summary, so it's just telling you a little bit of information about this file. Then we can click on dimension, and in dimension we want to leave it at default 1920 by 1080 is native resolution, right? The original resolution. So pretty much everything in here I leave alone. We can go to filters and you can start messing around with filters, but I'd advise you just leave it as default. Really, it's video here. So in video, the codec we want to use H.264. This is going to have the best compression, right? H.264, and then 30 frames. So we can just leave it at constant frame rate. I like to leave everything at a constant frame rate, so it would be 30 frames a second. And then over here you can determine how much quality. So here it says like suggested values are between 18 and 20 for standard definition sources and 20 to 23 for high definition, right? So right now it's set to 22, so that's probably pretty good. So it's going to run some compression on it, but at 22 it's saying it's pretty good. Maybe we can let's move it up maybe to 23, right? So between 22 and 23, so I reckon that's going to be pretty good. So let's go ahead and click browse here. When I click browse, I'm going to go to this PC desktop, and then we're looking for this Handbrake folder, and inside this sample video I'm going to save this file. It's set to M4V. I'm just going to set that to MP4 file extension, so it's going to have the exact same file name as before, but .mp4 here. I'm going to click save, and then I'm going to click start encoding. You can add to a queue, so you can add like lots and lots of projects or lots of videos to a queue. Maybe I'll do a more in-depth tutorial on batch processing in Handbrake, but for now we're just going to click start encoding. So down here at the bottom it's going to show this green line. It's only 12 seconds, so it's going to do it very, very quick, the encoding. But if it's a much longer video, then you can expect it to take much longer to complete the encoding, but only in a few seconds you should do this video and it's job done. So let's close down Handbrake. Let's open up this folder, and inside this folder we should see the sample video, and now we've got two versions. This one here is 9.6 megabytes. This original AVI file is 123 megabytes. But if we open up this MP4 file, you'll see the quality is pretty much retained. It's still very, very good. It's good enough to, upload. You're going to see some artifacts and you're going to see some sort of blurring. It's not going to be perfect, but if you wanted to send this to a client as a quick demo file before you send them the high-res version, then that would be my advice. Why transfer over 100 megabytes worth of data to get feedback when you can send them a much smaller file? That's what I tend to do. Just send a much smaller file and then get feedback, and then you can send the original AVI at its high resolution. You can see this one is much clearer because it's a much higher resolution, and AVI tends to have a bit better compression from what I can see, but MP4 is very good as well. Okay, so let's close this. So that's how you go about installing Handbrake software. and also converting an AVI to an MP4. I think maybe we'll try one more thing before we finish. Let's open up Handbrake again, because we did compress quite heavily, right? So let's try one other thing here actually. Let's go back to Handbrake and let's try one more. Let's try one more compression, but we'll leave it at a high setting. So let's take this AVI and drag it in here. And then we'll skip all of these tabs. We'll go back to video, but this time we'll set it all the way up to the max. Let's see, all the way up to here. So warning, RF lossless, right? So it's going to be lossless quality. So it should in theory be as good as the AVI. But let's see what sort of file size we get at the end. Let's click browse here and we'll go back to this PC desktop and we'll go to, where is this Handbrake gone? Here, video, and then this one we'll just label it slightly different. Let's call it lossless, and then we'll call it .mp4, and let's just save this one more time. And it's an mp4. Well, let's actually check. Let's do .mp4 and then click save, and let's run it one more time. I still typed it wrong, didn't I? mp4. Let's try one more time. Okay, now it's an mp4 file. Let's encode it again. It shouldn't take anything longer than what it took before, maybe a little bit slower. I just want to see if the quality is as good as the AVI if we set it to lossless all the way up to the top, and what file size do we get at the end of it. Let's see. I'm curious now. Let's close this. Let's open this here. So let's line them up in detail view so we can see them. So now we have an AVI file, we have a lossless MP4 which is 32 megabytes, so it's still a fraction of the size of the original. Let's open this and see the quality now. So this is pretty much as good as the MP4, if you ask me. It's almost as good as the the AVI file, the original AVI file. It's pretty good, and I reckon that will probably be a better version to send to a client for demo. This one was quite heavily compressed, but it's down to you, right? It's all down to you. Maybe you just want to send them a sample file at 9 meg, and then you can send them the AVI afterwards when you export it at a later date. Okay, so you can, do a lossless MP4 as well. That's what I wanted to show you. Let's close this. I hope you find this tutorial useful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next DCP web tutorial.